Hey everyone, my name is Courtney Cameron and I am a team leader and educational consultant with Usborne Books and More. I wanted to take a moment to officially welcome you to the party. For those of you who are familiar with Usborne Books, welcome back. I hope your readers are enjoying the books that you already have. And for those of you who are Usborne first timers, I'd like to say a special welcome. Get ready, we're going to have a lot of fun. Usborne Books and More is a company based in the United States in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that sells Usborne books and Kane Miller books. So when you hear Usborne Books and More, that's what we're talking about. Usborne Books is an award-winning European publisher. In fact, they were just named 2014 Independent Children's Publisher of the Year and 2014 Independent Publisher of the Year. So just huge, amazing awards for them. Definitely a testament to the type of books that they publish. Kane Miller publishers also have a number of award-winning books from around the globe as well. So I look forward to talking to you about some of my favorites in a few minutes. But first, I want to talk to you about why I am so passionate about these books. Ask any Usborne Books and More consultant what really gets them excited, and they will tell you it is literacy. We at Usborne Books and More have a profound responsibility to face the literacy issue in America head on. And so one of the ways that we believe that happens, as based on multiple forms of research, is book ownership. Book ownership is one of the keys to fighting literacy. To assume that literacy is not a very important issue in America is to make a grave mistake. And so we are all deeply passionate about promoting literacy, getting books in the hands of kids, and making sure that we do what we can to narrow that literacy gap. I look forward to sharing more ways throughout the party that we do that with you. So let's go ahead and look at some books. What do you say? Now remember to type up your favorite one, put it in the comments so that you get a prize party entry. Also, I just want to go ahead and say this was really hard for me to narrow this list down. It was a lot longer, but lucky for you, I went ahead and pared it down because even though these books are super interesting, I'm not that interesting, so I won't make you sit through all that. So let's briefly look at a few. How does that sound? First one is the That's Not My series. This is a fantastic book for our babies and toddlers and preschoolers. We have over 30 books in this series, from That's Not My Owl, which is a current favorite in our house, to That's Not My Kitten, That's Not My Elephant, That's Not My Princess, That's Not My Tractor, That's Not My Truck. We have so many different options. They are lots of fun. They are great, touchy-feely books, and they have wonderful vocabulary in them as well. So you've got the mouse that's looking for his owl. That's not my owl. Its beak is too shiny. You've got the shiny beak that baby can feel. That's not my owl. Its tummy is too tufty. You see that rich vocabulary that's in these books. Peter Usborne is known for stating that children are geniuses and we need to create books that treat them as such. So I love that you will see just beautiful language, illustrations, and important concepts used throughout all of these books. And then you get to the end. That's my owl. Her babies are so fluffy. And so just a lot of fun, like I said, for babies through preschoolers for sure. I even know of some older kids who've enjoyed that as well. Illustrated Stories from Dickens. This is a fantastic book that Usborne offers that takes some of Charles Dickens' most famous stories, such as Great Expectations. We've got, let's see, and this one, I'm going to blank, guys. I'm sorry. Oliver Twist, A Tale of Two Cities, David Copperfield. This book takes them, it provides beautiful illustrations and great digestible text on each page. These are abridged versions of the story, so you can go ahead and start sharing this classic literature with your young children, and they are able to develop such a great appreciation for that before they even start school. Another example of a book like this that we have is Illustrated Stories from Shakespeare. We also have many illustrated story collections that have to do with fairy tales or stories about princes and princesses, Greek myths. I mean, just so many different options. We also have some great classic illustrated stories that are full stories, unabridged, but also still illustrated. One of my favorites that we have is The Wizard of Oz. We also have Little Women, Alice in Wonderland. These books are the full text, but have beautiful illustrations with them as well. So you'll have to check those out. Now, I can't talk about Usborne books without talking about the Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. This is one of our dual readers, which is a fantastic concept. Dual readers have text on the top and the bottom of the page. The text on the top of the page can actually be read by itself and make total sense. This is great for our babies who have a hard time listening to long stories, but then you can also add the text at the bottom as well, which adds more detail to the stories. Whenever your child is learning to read, they can read the top part of the page and you can supplement with the bottom part. It's a fantastic way to do that. These are especially cool. They are illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. He hides a little yellow duck on each page. You can see right there. So that's fun to get your very active readers to sit down and pay attention, so they can be looking for that as well. The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales is fantastic. It has about 20 stories of this farm. It has the same characters in all of them. Poppy and Sam, Mrs. Boo, Rusty the dog, and just so many fun stories about these animals and the adventures that they go through. So I highly recommend this one. Also, let's take a look at some of our nonfiction. Now, nonfiction is what Usborne does just extremely well. So, just so well thought out that you can tell there's so much that goes into this, and they're beautifully done. I can't say enough wonderful things about our nonfiction books. This is our Not Your Everyday Illustrated Thesaurus. I wanted to show you this one because we have multiple books that are similar to this. Our illustrated dictionary, our illustrated math dictionaries. We have 3 different levels of those. These are our homework helpers. They're really cute. It is a functional thesaurus, that's what it is, but it has just beautiful illustrations on each page. The words really come to life, and I'd say that's the case too with our other illustrated homework helpers as well. And of course, we've got our children's encyclopedia. This is a fantastic book, a fantastic resource to have. We have lots of other books that are similar to this that address subject matter from geography to science to world religions. So I'd highly recommend checking out our encyclopedias. They're beautifully done. Check out those awesome illustrations. The text to picture ratio is fantastic. Plus, they are internet linked, which basically means that you can go to a website listed in the front of the book. You can type in which page number that you want to learn more information on, and it will give you games, it'll give you other resources, great, safe academic websites for your reader to learn more. So we were, Usborne was the first publisher to do that, and it's just such a great idea, and it opens up a whole world of learning for your reader. Now, also in our nonfiction category is our Usborne Beginner series. This is a great series that has over 30, probably close to 40 books about different animals. We've got cats, dogs, bees and wasps, ants, pigs, caterpillars, and butterflies. There's so many different ones that we have. They're hardback. They're only $5, I believe $4.99. You've got great pictures inside with digestible text for our early learners. These are so much fun and an incredible value as well. And then also, I'd like to talk about a couple of our activity books. I told y'all I want to talk about so many, but I'm trying to just show you the important ones. Or I say important ones, the ones that are my favorite. They're all important. Our sticker books are fantastic. We've got dozens of them. I think we've got close to 70 or more that address all kinds of subject matter, all different like history, time periods. They're so much fun. This one is where you're dressing up dollies. You've got the pictures right here of your kiddos that have stickers that correspond on each page. So lots of fun, great for fine motor skills, great for creativity. And then of course our coloring books. Now we have coloring books of all different sizes. We have some great coloring books for adults as well as children, so all ages. This one is my favorite. Look how thick that is. Oh, so big. It's the big book of drawing, doodling, and coloring. It makes a great gift. You've got all kinds of activities inside of it. You've got plenty of opportunities for your reader or you. This one's mine. I have coloring in it already. For you to just relax and have a lot of fun and be creative. So let's talk about a couple of my Kane Miller favorites. EJ12, this is a series we have about a little girl who is in second or third grade. I can't remember. She's great in math, and she actually works for a branch of the CIA cracking codes and basically conquering the bad guys and saving the world. Strong female lead who's good at math. I gotta get behind that. That's awesome. Next is Jonathan James and the What If Monster. You can see my What If Monster right here. This is a fantastic book about the importance of taking chances and how we all have a little what if monster in our head saying, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if you're not successful? What if it doesn't go as you planned? And then Jonathan James tells his what if monster, but what if it's really great? What if it turns out to be a fantastic decision? And so this is a great book for kids, but honestly, y'all, this is a fantastic book for adults as well. So highly recommend this book for your readers. Cute little picture book, Bears Don't Read. This is about a bear who finds a book under a bush and wants to learn how to read. The other bears say, you can't do that, but he meets a little girl and her family who seem to think otherwise. So Kane Miller has some wonderful, fantastic picture books. This is just one of my favorites that I wanted to share with you. And lastly, I cannot share our Kane Miller books without talking about our Shine a Light books. These are just consistently our top sellers. They are fantastic. They're nonfiction, but they are so much fun. Kids, these are like magic for kids. I mean, seriously, I'm talking from ages 3 on up to 8, 9, and 10. They love them. So on each page, you've got a question about, can you see what happens when the tide comes in? And so you've got the picture of the ocean, but if you shine a light behind it, which I don't have with me, it has a picture or an image that shows up. And it's so much fun. Kids love them. We have 9 right now in our series. They include Secrets of the Seashore, Rainforest, the Space Station, just all kinds of cool subject matter. So I couldn't talk about Kane Miller and Usborne books without bringing up our Shine a Light books. So if you stuck with me through all that, thank you so much. So glad you're here. I look forward to your questions. Let me know how I can help you, and happy party.